Hi there. Good day to you, everyone. Yeah, basically, this is what we're going to discuss is that how do I choose my career path, right? I'm going to answer some of the FAQ. Choosing the right career path isn't an easy job, isn't it? I mean, some might have started a career uh, by a friend, a relative, or family members, influence through influences, right? But later find that the job is unsuitable. Is it really too late to restart a career or do a career switch? The good news is no. This video addresses frequently asked questions and provide a possible career path for you to explore. How do I choose an enjoyable career path? Enjoyable is the word that I'm talking about. Start a career based on your interest and passion. This is the most important, right? If you just join a career because a friend is in that company and doing a job that you've never done before or you might not even be interested, you might be wasting your time. But it's good to explore, right? So you won't know. But one day you love that job and you like to grow from that job. But if you have not started any career, you can consider to start a career that you have interest and you're passionate with. For example, like you are a animal lover, for example, right? You can join a animal lodging, or you can join vet as an assistant, or you can join anything that doing with animals, that you like and you have interest and you will grow there. This is most people will understand that this is what you should be in. Now, what is the most promising investment in life? Now, this keyword here is promising investment, right? This investment I'm talking about is quite wide, right? In the sense, quite wide is that we have to divide them into two categories to look at. What I'm trying to share with you is investing in knowledge and education that can help you grow your career path. Then consider to avoid high risk investment that promise high profit returns. By the way, not everyone can be good at investing in high risk financial products, especially you're new, right? So I believe you saw some YouTube, some advertisement, Instagram, social media, telling you that, oh, I have a formula I'm going to share with you, and after you're going through my training, you should be able to trade like a pro, or you should be able to use AI assisted kind of investment platform, right, to investing things like stock, share, cryptocurrency, etc. Those are real. I'm not telling you those are scam. Those are real. But of course, they do have some scam going on. Yeah, I'm telling you those are professional. Those are real. But the only difference is that are you able to cope? Are you actually into that? Are you familiar with it? And how much risk are you able to absorb? Right? Means that how much money are you going to be prepared to lose? So that's what I'm saying. So now let me bring you back that I'm talking about knowledge and education investment. That we are talking about learning something that help you in your career. High risk investment are mainly required passion income, that additional income, but you still need your mainstream of income. That is your career. That's your job, especially you're young, right? Now, is it too late to switch the career path? No, whether you are in the mid career or newly joined in the force, it is never too late to start or to switch to a career path that can last till retirement. Is that such a career that can last till retirement? Yes, of course, right? Not only that, a matter of fact, the kind of career that uh, the more senior you are in doing that, the more respectable you're going to be, more recognized you're going to be, and you're going to have a better compensation in terms of incomes, of course, and your job will be very secure, right? So let's see. So what kind of career has demand and can last till retirement? Yeah, this is of course when I say that, all the questions start coming in. Scam and frauds are increasing exponentially. That means that they're increasing very fast, right? I'm not asking you to become a scammer or a fraudster. Please don't get me wrong. But there is a shortage of and also high demand for workplace fraud investigator. So I'm telling you, this career is called investigator, to be an investigator, right? But this is workplace fraud investigator. So many people get confused the moment investigator means, oh, am I in danger? Do I have a lot of enemies? And, is it a safe job? Don't think too much, right? As you go along the slide, you will see it. I have a current professional career. So is it difficult to switch to a workplace fraud investigator? Well, actually, I tell you the good news is actually you don't need to give up your current profession career. You can add on investigation skill to enhance your current profession and stay ahead of your peer in the same profession, right? So your peer, example, is an accountant, right? And you are an accountant. The peer do not have investigation knowledge and skill, but you do have. So you have added advantage, especially in your resume. It looks very good. Why are investigator skill essential in my career? Why? Is it so important? Investigation skill? Why can't I just leave the investigation to the investigator, the professional investigator? Now, workplace fraud can happen anytime, and your boss might request you to investigate a suspicion fraud. Now, the boss is, the boss trusted you a lot, right? So, what happened here is that it's very normal, very common when there's a suspected fraud in the company, right? They are always closed door. They close door. They won't start telling, or getting investigator, external investigator, or making a police report, to find out this thing. No. Usually they will close door, and the bosses will rely on their trusted people like you to help them to investigate, is it true, right? Help to gather evidence to prove that it's happening. Now, of course, there's a difference between you're trained or you're untrained. Yeah? A trained person with the investigation skill can, of course, handle the process and comply with local laws and regulation. If you are not trained, you just do the way you like it, even though you find evidence, you might not be able to administrate into the court in a litigation suit. So, be careful. Get yourself ready. Get yourself trained. Which professions should learn the investigation skill? Okay, so which profession? Basically, it's for everybody and anybody, right? Including those who are not even having a career yet, but have interest and passion, right? How you will know that? On the next following slide, I'm going to answer some questions or more questions, just a couple or more. Okay, an accountant is one of it. Is important to learn investigation skill. Of course, auditor, compliance officer, governance, human resource officer, IT specialist, cybersecurity, investigator, in-house investigator. If you are an assisting investigator, stay in your job and grow your knowledge, grow your career, right? Because investigator will never expire. Security officer, lawyer, or business owner should learn the investigation process and procedures. Generally, anyone who has the interest and passion. So anybody can actually learn it. And investigation skills are lifelong learning that never expire. Once you learn it, you remember that just like driving a car, right? So once you learn that skill, you won't forget. It will forever with you. And many, of course, now today, in today industry, technology, everyone is worried about AI is going to replace human job. I do not disagree, right? Certain jobs can be easily replaced by AI. Definitely not investigator. However, why so? Investigators are people who have to analyze. We're dealing with humans. Humans are complex, right? So AI is unable to 100% able to track, understand the suspect we're dealing with. Not only that, investigator basically make use of AI. It's not the opposite way that AI replace investigator, right? So investigator basically make use of AI to have more productive in their job and finding. Next question. I don't like to speak much. Can I still be a workplace fraud investigator? Now, this question has been raised to me many times and very interested. I'm sorry, very interesting. So today I'm going to bring up here. Absolutely, yes. Investigator can work on front line or back end. The frontline investigator perform all the presentation and people facing, right? So the frontline investigator basically talk to people, uh, discuss with victim, interview witness, even interview suspect, or even have discussion with the authority, lawyers, courtroom, right? Those are the investigator who likes to talk and able to present very well, right? What else? The other group of investigators are called the back-end investigator that perform all the case analysis, gathering evidence, and supporting the frontline investigator. So, irregardless whether you're a good speaker or you're just you don't like to speak much, that is the job for you. There is always a role for you in the investigation world. Investigation skill for me, yes. Investigation skill are for people who like fantasy and investigation movie, right? Fantasy movie. Now, what is fantasy movie? How does it relate to this career? If you are you like fantasy movie, I'm telling you, great. You have already inborn with that already. Why? People who like fantasy movie, such things like uh, monster, um, horror movies, those unrealistic things like Star Wars, and all those fantasy kind of thing. I tell you why. Because there is something that make you interested. There's something that make you enjoy. The word is likewise investigation movie, right? You like to watch those police movie, those murder show, investigation show, those anything that do a scam, fraud. You already have the inborn of an investigator because why you like it so much. You started to think, and a matter of fact, I'm telling you, you started to learn. And some movies, the accuracy of what they are trying to tell you is up to 90% accurate in the investigation world. Right? The other 10 could be make up lah, make it looks good lah. There's a bomb the human being, and then you still can walk out of the scene. Those might not be true lah. If you like challenges, yes, of course, this is a kind of important for you investigation skill. And of course, if you are justice minded, which means that you see things right and wrong, black and white. There's no such a gray area. So yes, then that is something also good, kind of criteria to be a investigator. And you love problem solving. Obviously, when talking about cracking a case, right, you must love problem solving. Even though you are no good in problem solving, there's no problem because you will learn over time, you will improve over time, you will sharpen your skill over time. So the trick to be an investigator is you must dare to be skeptical and detailed when analyzing the evidence. Now, what you mean by dare to be skeptical? Meaning that you imagine everything that is bad. You suspect everything. So you gather everything. I mean, related one, relevant one. You don't say I suspect the cat belongs to the owner. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so you must suspect something that related to your case, and then you analyze it piece by piece and filter out what is the most relevant evidence to the case. Right? That's what exactly. If you have the kind of minded, would be really good. What is the key role of a fraud investigator? The key role of a fraud investigator is to gather enough evidence to prove or disprove an allegation or suspicious in a fair and unbiased manner, right? So this is the summary of a fraud investigator. So don't overthink, right? Fraud. I mean, the investigator don't every time go and catch people, put people behind bar, go and interrogate people, you loud, and then you frighten people to give up, surrender to you. No, 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 no. Investigator don't do that kind of thing, right? So investigator basically job is to prove someone have done wrong or to disprove someone has been sabotaged or has been flame up, right? So, so the job is very clear. Find the truth. That's what exactly what I'm talking about. And it must be fair and unbiased, right? You cannot say that, oh, this is my friend, my colleague, my best friend in the same department or even though next department, or it's going to be my girlfriend in future, that kind of thing. Don't be, don't be biased. Now, this is my slogan. Human lies, evidence doesn't. It's just so simple. I summarize this way. Human lies, evidence doesn't. So what qualifications should I have to be a workplace fraud investigator? Now, there is no specific qualification to start off with, so as a fraud investigator. However, it's essential, of course, you need to have some basic computer skill, which today everybody knows computer, I can use a mobile phone, right? But of course, the basic thing are still word processing, spreadsheet, email, able to send email, and any additional skill are an added advantage in the fraud investigator career. Any additional skill. Now, it doesn't matter who you are, right? It could be a person who are in the construction, and because of your knowledge and your skill in construction for many years, you understand completely the structure and things like that others don't know, right? So that become an additional skill that you can combine them together. What kind of cases will a fraud investigator handle? Simple, all depending on your industry and your profession. A business owner that own the company, right, is a boss, right, can learn the skill to understand the potential fraud that might have occurred, is occurring, or going to occur in his company, right? So you see, as a business owner, it's not that easy also, yeah. So you have shareholder to answerable to, and things like that. So it's one of the job. A matter of fact, it's one of the criteria that a business owner or managing director, right, uh, need to understand what is fraud all about and how you can look at things that with the fraud that already happened, is going to happen, or in future it might happen. So you see, that is called investigation skill. So investigation skill not necessarily make you to become an investigator if you happen to be a boss, right? I'm not asking you to stop your sell your company away and then become an investigator. That's not at all. I'm talking about the knowledge and skill that you should have. Likewise, an insurance agent can learn the investigation skill to prevent, detect, and respond to insurance fraud. Hey, what a insurance agent can be an investigator. No, I'm saying that an insurance agent can use the investigation knowledge and skill to prevent. How to prevent? You see, there's something called money laundering. If you don't know what's money laundering, then I can summarize it in a very short way. Illegal money, right? Illegal money from the bad guy trying to convert it. If you like to use the word convert it to legal money, to money that people don't suspect is illegal. What kind of illegal money? Scam money. It could be selling drugs or weapons or whatsoever. Yeah. So a lot of these money laundering cases, one of the skill they use is to take a lump sum, buy insurance. After they brought the insurance They either wait for it to mature and take out the money, which by then is legal money, or they could cancel the contract and ask for refund, depending on what kind of insurance you're buying, of course. Yeah. Okay, so this to prevent, to detect, right? So how can a insurance agent detect there's a fraud? By looking at all the document. Is it a fraudulent document? Does the document look original? Do they have this address at all? Is this the person who buy insurance from you claim that they have a condo, they have a terrace house, a bungalow? That is something that you can detect if we looking into it and respond to insurance fraud. How they respond? Now you see, if there is an incident where the authorities step in, right? The insurance agent must be able to respond in the correct way, right? So that is exactly prevent, detect, respond. For the bosses is detect. You have to check fraud might have already occurred, is occurring or going to occur. Now, type of fraud, you can see there's so many different type of fraud, and of course I didn't manage to list everything down. Yeah, they're really talking about all kind of few hundred, few thousand kind of fraud. So corruption, bribery is a common one. I just show you some common ones. Corruption, bribery, kickbacks, conflict of interest, asset misappropriation, fraudulent transaction, asset and cash theft, payroll fraud, identity theft, data theft, insider trading, commercial espionage, workplace harassment, right? Human resource or compliance might be key in this area. Cyber attack, fake reimbursement, accounting fraud, embezzlement, trade secret, IP theft, intellectual property theft, right? Procurement fraud, forgery, commission fraud, and the list could keep going and going, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that as an investigator, you will never run out of job, and there's highly demand because every day, every minute, things are happening. So how do I start learning about workplace fraud investigation? Right. We have, of course, an online platform and online learning, and sometimes we do conduct classroom learning. We also do have seminars from time to time. But nevertheless, the trainer who prepare all the training material has 40 years of experience as a field practitioner handling workplace fraud, digital forensic investigation, cyber forensic analysis. The trainer is a certified workplace fraud examiner, computer hacking forensic investigator, digital forensic examiner, licensed investigator, and also involved in physical security consultant, right? Consultation kind of work and things like that. So um, from there you will learn. Yes, I'm one of the trainer that provide contributed to the training materials. So interested, you can scan the QR code, right? We'll bring you to the website. Basically you can learn more things there because we do have some case studies about some cases are happening, right? You don't need to sign up. This is not for you to sign up immediately. No, no, no. You go into the website, right, and take a look at the courses. The courses I'm recommending you is called the fraud investigation methodology, right? It's basically a 12 module course, right? And each module will bring you to a understanding of a certain topics, right? And in this training, there's a few methodology that teach you how to perform investigation work, right? Yes, this is the website and this is the QR code. Thank you for your attention. Hope to see you rested for the course.